Hi book friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen. This is what I plan to read in the month of November. So I sort of did away with, at least for right now, my TBR game because I have a lot of books that I would like to get through before the end of the year, and I've just really been in a big mood to mood read. So for the foreseeable future, I'm going to just give you a list of my monthly hopefuls, and we're going to go from there. Let's talk about my 3 priority reads for the month of November. This one is a rollover from October. Someone You Can Build a Nest In. This one, I think it was the Nebula Award for 2025. So I picked this version up at Barnes & Noble's a couple of months ago. I loved the sprayed edges. I loved the purple with the green. I started to read this physically in October, and then I switched over to listening to it via audio. So this will probably be the first book that I complete in November. My next priority read is the book that we're reading in my Discord book club. So if you are interested, send me a message and I can send you the link to that. We are reading A Letter to the Luminous Deep. The premise of this book sounds really cool, and it does fit on my r/fantasy board for 2025, so that's a plus. And I have already started reading this one. So this one will definitely be a priority read. I will probably read this slowly throughout the whole month instead of trying to get it done all in one week. And my last priority read is a book that I got from the library, and I only have it checked out for 2 weeks and there's no renewals on it. And that is Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. And I did start reading this last night and I got about 40 pages into it. I'm really trying to utilize audio and my local library more so that my TBR is not so overwhelming. It's overwhelming right now, and I need to get it physically smaller. So what I've been doing is I have been checking out a lot of books that I'm interested in reading from the library, and then if I like them enough, I will buy the physical book for my shelf. And so far, it's been working out great. Another book that I have from the library, but I'm not sure if I will get to it this month or not because I do have 3 renewals for this book, and that's Roll for Romance. I actually did not expect this to come in as quickly as it did, so it sort of took me off guard. But any kind of nerdy romance, especially if it has anything to do with role-playing games, specifically D&D, those are my favorite romances to read. It wouldn't be November without a cozy read. Last November, I did nothing but cozy reads, and I really burnt myself out on that genre. So I'm just trying to scatter and sprinkle around cozy reads throughout my reading months. So the one that I chose for the month of November is House of Frank by Kay Sinclair. I've heard very good things about this book. It was published through Bindery and Easy Cat Press. And I follow Easy Cat on social media, and I really wanted to support him and this author, so I picked this one up when it came out, and I'm finally going to get around to reading it. I've heard that it's emotional, but I'm ready for it. Also planning on reading Mate in the month of November because it's paranormal romance, and it's a sequel to Bride, and it's Ali Hazelwood, and I love paranormal romance, and I wanted to read it as close to October as I could. I love Ali Hazelwood, and I loved Bride, so I am really looking forward to getting to Mate. And this copy has some really cool artwork on the inside. Can't really tell you what this one's about because I will spoil Bride, but highly recommend Ali Hazelwood. She knocked it out of the park when she dipped her toe in paranormal romance. Planning on reading Ruthless Fae, which is the Zodiac Academy book 2. I'd like to try to read one of these a month until I get caught up with my boyfriend. I think he's on book like 4 or 5. I read through the first book in a week. Pretty sure I'll be able to get through this one in a week also. Another rollover that I have is Fall I Want Is You. Maybe it's just called Fall I Want. It's right here. This is on KU. I started reading this in October and I'm really, really enjoying it, but it just sort of got pushed to the back burner because I was in the middle of way too many books at one time. And this is a cozier book. It's set in the fall in a very small town. So it has those cozy vibes, which I absolutely love. I think I'm 40% through right now, so I think that I'll be able to get through and finish it pretty quick. And then the last book that I have on my list is Heat of the Everflame. These are books that I'm listening to on audio via Spotify, so I do have to wait until my hours reset on my account. But I'm also purchasing them for my shelf because I just love the series that much. I'm a little bit worried because I'm not sure when the last book or the next book comes out, but it's not out yet. And I think I looked it up and it was a pretty long wait for book number 4. It got really dark. Oh well, it gives a spooky vibe. So those are the 8 books that I have planned to read in November. Obviously, things might change. Sometimes I get books on audio unexpectedly from the library, and I will read those. Anything could happen. I do have a week off in November, so I should be able to get through quite a few of these books, if not all of them. Heat of the Everflame. I think it's like 35 hours on audio, which I listen to it on 1.5 times speed, so it won't take me that long, but that's still a commitment. Anyways, if you are still here, I would appreciate your likes and your subscribes, and I would love for you to leave a comment down below. If you aren't feeling chatty, then just leave me a fall leaves emoji. Otherwise, I'd love to know if you have any of these on your list for November or what you have on your list for November. In the description below, you can find all of my other socials. So I hope to see and connect with you over there. And until next time, happy reading.